Welcome back, fam. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another presentation series, and continue our presentation series. We're merging with our guardian angel, our higher self, right? Going through these 7 centers of integration. And today is all about the absolute center, the crown chakra area, okay? So if you're new to the channel, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And so the reason why you gravitate to these presentations, because obviously you receive your call to the adventure. The universe is going to use any means necessary to tap your butt on your crown chakra or throughout your entire body, all right, and in your reality, get your attention to get you going on your own hero's journey, okay? So with that being said, again, the universe is going to, bring new people in your life, take some of the old people out of your life that have been slowing down your progress, right? But it's all about you leveling up to the next level of your hero's journey, okay? So congratulations, we are finishing things up, and by now your intuition should have been, leading you on a path of self-discovery, knowledge of self, realizing like, hey, there's always more to know. And as you each and every day you intentionally go forth by leaving no stone unturned, investigating everything. That's the key word I like to use, investigate. Your intuition, tying things together with your intuition, the different energy, frequency, and vibration on the planet, astrology, sacred geometry, these different synchronistic events, and Mother Nature, right? And just tying everything together in these in a nice little package. And most importantly, if you really want to have that balance, that the quick reference guides and navigation, you got to use these 7 hermetic principles or the 7 universal laws, okay? Why not have a better understanding and overstanding of these principles? Because you're doing these things whether you know it or not. So why not learn, how to use these things and learn how to apply them in your life in some way, shape, or form, okay? I hope that makes sense. So again, with that being said, the universe, will lead you to people like myself, just sharing their true ups and downs, their experiences. And if I can tie my experience to a book, I will. So speaking of books, I highly recommend that you get George Carey Works, also The Astral Body by A.E. Powell, and God Man, The Word Made Flesh by George Carey and Inez Perry, okay? Please invest in your mental health. You will thank me later, okay? So what's going to happen is the universe gonna line you with people like myself. I'm sharing my true ups and downs. That's what lead me to these presentations, because I've been going through all these different feelings throughout my entire life, and just piecing things together, and all of a sudden, right around about 2017, that's when things really started making more sense to me, and my intuition just took me on a nice little journey, okay? And so that what led me to you today, okay? And I really appreciate you investing in yourself if you made it this far in this presentation series, or just listening to any of these presentations, because it takes a lot, okay? So with that being said, test things out for yourself. Do your own research. Most importantly, to tap into your own, divine inner. Please learn about your anatomy. Everything starts from the inside out, not the outside in. I repeat, everything starts from the inside out, not the outside in. And by you, testing all these different modes and, methods out, and just doing your own research, is going to tap you into your own Christ consciousness or your own godlike consciousness, so you can tap into your own divine self, so you can operate as that hero that you came here to be, okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to make some mistakes, you're going to learn a lot of lessons, you're going to realize each and every day there's a lesson and a test that you have to pass, and each and every one of us, we have our own unique purpose and mission that we have to fulfill. Nobody can do it but us. But you will meet some cool people sharing some nice experiences, some good, some bad, but there's always a lesson involved, right? You'll learn like what not to do and what to do, so to speak. That's how I look at it, So with that being said, do your own research, test things out, find your own divine sweet spot, and before you know it, after 30, 60, 90 days, you testing different things out, you'll realize like, hey, I'm in control here. You know what I'm saying? I have my own divine inner self that I can rely on, but I have to put in the work to get better results in my life, okay? So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, reading books, but not testing things out, that's the reason why. You got to put in some action, okay? You got to get your elbows dirty a little bit, your hands dirty, and see what really works, instead of just, regurgitating things from a book. You got to test some things out sooner or later, and that's going to give you the experience that you need to help enlighten people, okay? And that way you don't have to wing it either. So with that being said, again, we tapping into the absolute crown center today. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And underneath all the layers, all about unity, consciousness, messages from the universal source within you, because each and every one of us are different aspects of the universe. And it's time for all of us to take full responsibility and accountability for our actions. We can't blame people no more. At some point in time, we realized that, hey, you know what? I could have handled that a whole different way, you know, and take the pressure from, you know, off the other people. Well, how could you react better? How can you respond better? How can you be a better person than you were yesterday? And that's the zone, or that's the, you know, the focal point that will help propel you on your own hero's journey. Like, how can I be better? How can I do better? You know, and we can always better ourselves. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you some key points, some takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here. I ain't gonna hold you up. All right. You are, you know, a divine light being, having this experience, you know, as you. All right. So before you come down here, you're gonna, you know, your mom and dad gonna link up, you know the deal, right? To create that divine spark, to create your avatar, right? And then when you ready to manifest your butt here on the earth surface to, you know, fulfill your will, right? You're gonna pop out through the divine portal of your mother's womb here, whether you male or female. You're gonna pop out of here, and you're gonna come here. You're gonna get a lot of knowledge. You know, you're gonna bump your head a couple times, learn how to walk, you know, and then you're gonna start figuring things out for yourself. How does the universe work? How does my body work? You know, how does, you know, the stars, how do these things work? How does it apply? How can I apply these things to my life, right? So you're gonna get a lot of knowledge on your hero's journey, right? But it's up to you to test things out, to see what works, see what doesn't work. You're going to find your own sweet spot, and that's going to lead to your own, you know, inner wisdom. And so while you're down here, it's all about balancing your divine material, balancing the material and the spiritual aspects of yourself. All right. So a lot of us been focused so much on like the material aspect, and now the universe is pushing us back over here in the spiritual aspect and listen to our own inner voice, our own energy. I hope that makes sense so far. So, you know, many of you guys, you have that 360 degrees of knowledge right now. Now Mama Universe said, hey, you need to get the other 360 so you can become whole and be that one for divine force that you came here to be, with that 720 degrees, which reduces down to that number 9, right? And what you'll realize, like, as you balance your divine polarities, that masculine and feminine principle within each person, you'll realize that your quality of life is going to change too. All right, because your input is going to dictate your output. So if you want change in your life, you got to change your routine and change the things that you're doing to yourself. You know, the input, you know, the TV, the programming. So just small little tweaks, and you'll realize, like, hey, okay, I can make some changes. I can read these books. I can test these things out and see if it works or not. And that's going to lead you on your self-discovery path, just like that. All right. So with that being said, to get another perspective here, I highly recommend that you view Astral City, a spiritual journey. Astral City, a spiritual journey, is going to help tie some things together. And then if you also feel like you've been stagnant for some time and you're not growing with, you know, at the rate that you should be, you know what I'm saying? Every 7 years, you should see some kind of spurt of energy or growth, you know, either spiritually, mentally, emotionally, to get you going on your path. Okay. But if you feel like you've been stagnant and you haven't been really making moves like that, so to speak, look at the, you know, who, what, when, where, how, and why, the people, place, and event that came in your life that kind of slowed you down. Even yourself, your own thought processes. That's why I say, like, everything starts with you first. So take full responsibility for you allowing certain, you know, people, place, and event to come in your life and get you off your path. So you can't blame anybody but yourself. Like, man, I can't believe I fell for that. And that was kind of like me, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when you're tying everything together at the as above, so below, everything starts in the mind first before manifesting the physical. And the principle of truth are 7. And he or she who knows these understandingly possess the magic key before whose touch of all doors of the temple fly open. And the temple is your mind, your kingdom, or your queendom, right? And these principles are, and you're doing these things each and every day, whether you know it or not. So you better test these things out, right? You got mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, all right? And to make sure you maintain or stay, you know, focus on that heart center, the 7 principles of Ma'at will help get you there, right? Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that's going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate in your environment. I repeat, Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that's going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate with different people, these different environments, so you can help lift people up instead of tearing them down, right? So the world is equally divided between good and evil, so to speak, right? So your next move by you taking full responsibility and accountability, either gonna lift somebody up, or you're gonna help raise the overall energy, frequency, and vibration on the planet, or you're gonna lower the vibration, or you're gonna distract somebody. All right, it's up to you. So with that being said, we are talking about the crown chakra today, right? And it's all about spirituality, relationship to God, Tao, right? Or Om, right? The universal source energy, the divine source, divine mind. And that's what we're talking about today. So it's all about, as you grow, it's different ways to tap into, your divine inner. Some do it through diet, some do it through exercise, some do it through meditation, some do it through, reading, researching. But most importantly, you got to be a student of your life, okay? Your input is going to equal your output, okay? So it's all about leaving no stone unturned, tying things together with your intuition, learn about these different energy, frequency, and vibration, learning more about the stars, the cosmos. Everything starts in you first before you see it on the outside. Sacred geometry, anatomy, mathematics, and mama nature. All right. So we're going, elevating our level of consciousness, going from the terrestrial to the celestial, the higher vibe energy, these frequencies inside of you. Okay. This all spiritual journey here. So we're going from the physical, emotional, down up into the mind, and tapping into the God particle within yourself. All right. So with that being said, let me give you my takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here. So it's time for each and every one of us to tap into that most high mind within you, that divine mind, right? We're all interconnected in some way, shape, or form. All right. The universe will line you up with people like myself to remind you that you are great. You here to do great things, okay? But everybody need a little help from time to time, just a little push or shove, right? Or just a little poking of pride, and maybe led to a reference, or just a friendly reminder message like this, right? So I'm telling you, let's tap in, let's level up, let's go up to the neocortex up here with the rational or thinking brain, that genius mind, that where you gonna make things happen. Okay, when you know better, you're gonna do better. All right, then you have the limbic system, deals with the emotional, the feeling brain. We talked about that, right? And then we have that reptilian brain that it deals with instinct, dinosaur brain. Then you have the amygdala, right? And that, and in this area it triggers flight, fight, or freeze, sex, drug, work, sports, survival. Like, how can I make more money? How can I, I need to get some more clothes so I can look good, clubs, dance, stuff like that, distraction. And then, you so busy just looking at television instead of, telling your vision. And that's what I had to do. I had to give up, some things that I thought that I loved to gain some things that's going to help me grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. All right, like these 7 hermetic principles, and learning more about my anatomy, learning more about these frequencies. And I just started feeling a more interconnectedness with the divine. I'm just sharing my experience here. So in this area here, in the reptilian brain, that's why everything is set up to keep the average person down here in the root chakra of their brain, so to speak. And this is where fear and manipulation resides, versus you or myself tapping into our critical thinking skills, in our most high brain. Okay, so it's time for all of us to level up as we get ready to close this thing out. I really hope you enjoyed this presentation series with merging with yourself. But the most important step, you got to test things out, and that's when you'll realize you'll have knowledge of self, because you learn how to do things for yourself by taking action, right? And just testing things out through repetition each and every day, 30, 60, 90 days, right? And then once you know how to do things for yourself, you can help yourself, and then you can help a lot of people that's going to need your help down the line, okay? Because people going to see your growth, right, and your results. So if you don't learn anything else, reflection. I care about you. Learn them doggone 7 hermetic principles, right? And also balance your polarity. We're going from the material to the spiritual. It's time to deal with your intuition, build a relationship with yourself. All right, I hope that makes sense so far. And your words are powerful, so there's a good side, not so good side to everything, but it's all about balancing your polarity so you can operate as that one force that you came here to be. So again, be mindful of your words, because you have the power to lift people up, or you can tear people down. But if you need a little help staying your butt up in that heart chakra, again, the 7 principles of Ma'at, truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, harmony. Your next move gonna dictate that, what's gonna happen, okay? So let's talk about the absolute and get you out of here. So the absolute crown, the Sahasrara chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus, right? And the attributes relates to the absolute or God on Tao, right? This is the center where your soul enters and leave your body. It is also the connection between the spiritual realm and you. So all transcendental experiences and the integration of spirit and matter happen here as well. This is the place beyond conception. So the physical location again is at the top of the head that we just talked about. I mean, at the top, the physical location is at the top or the crown of the head that we just illustrated here. And the element goes beyond all elements. Your body, remember, your body is the temple of your spirit, and your body is the vehicle, right? Your body is the vehicle by which your guardian angel, your higher self, manifests in the physical world. So it is through your senses and actions of your body you may act to accomplish your will in this life. So once you tap in, you'll realize, like, your spiritual team is constantly sending you signals. You feeling these different little energy, frequency, and vibrations around you, in you, out, outside of you, so to speak, starting to line up these different synchronistic events with the numbers, the animals, you know what I'm saying? So everything is working in your favor, if I can say it that way. Okay. So with that being said, it's through your senses and actions of your body that you may act to accomplish your will in this life. So the genetic code that created you is very sacred and is the true manifestation of your higher self, and thus that guard particle within each person. When you know better, you're gonna tap into it. All right. So the crown center at the top of your head is the place where your soul enter when you are born, and it's the same place your soul departs when you die. All right. So this is basically like a door to the beyond, and manifest a way to a level that is not only outside of our ability to scribe, or discuss in layman terms or in different words to make people understand, but this holy and sacred communion with God within, right? Because you tapping into the divine inner. It's like when a person in a state of nirvana, right? And we hear about this all the time. And those who have by accident or by intent left their body, so to speak, you starting to hear more about these stories, out-of-body experience heaven or nirvana. They often use symbols and abstract ideas, myth, and Zen-like stories to lead the listener to understanding. And that's basically what I've been doing with these presentations. You'll start reaching different level where a lot of things are not written in books, and you want to express it to the best of your the best you possibly can, okay, so to speak. And that's what I meant with these presentations. I'm putting pictures to words and words to pictures, and just sharing my experience, and if I can tie it together with a reference, I will. All right. And as we get ready to close this out, I'm gonna give you my takeaways and get you out of here. So when it comes to the absolute here, this is the level where you experience the real consciousness and being of your guardian angel or your higher self, so to speak. And this is the state of existence where your higher self really enjoys. This is like heaven for your higher self and yourself, period. Okay, because you're feeling like this bliss, this union with the divine, like everything is working in your favor. It's like you're working hand in hand, one-on-one with the divine, and all you gotta do is just focus on your purpose and mission in life, and everything is okay. You're gonna have some ups and downs, but that everything's a test. There's nothing that you can't handle, period. All right. Number 2, now this level of consciousness is your ultimate goal, and I you guys know that, right? You don't want to be stuck in your root or your solar place. You want to level up. So this is your ultimate goal as you unite with your guardian angel, your higher self, so to speak. And as you advance spiritually, mentally and emotionally, you become more aware that you may see glimpses of your higher self. You may have like flashes of seeing yourself being in a position where where you're doing right now. There's no way you can envision yourself doing that. And that what happened to me, in my younger youth. I would see myself, doing these presentations, and in my mind, at like 8 years old, I'm saying like, there's no way. There's no way I can be doing that. Where's this technology coming from? You know what I'm saying? So, but you're gonna see glimpses of your higher self doing some great things, and just that's just confirmation letting you know that, hey, you can do all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So just tap in, believe in yourself. I believe in you, and that will lead me to present these presentations, because I believe in you that much, and myself, to present these doggone presentations to remind you of your greatness. Number 3 here, All right, there's no specific conscious work assigned to this level. Once you reach the absolute level within yourself, there's no specific work. You just gotta work, continue to work on yourself. So the only goal basically is to become your God self, your guardian angel, or your divine self. Okay, so you going from lower nature to higher nature, so to speak. All right, so and by you doing this, you're gonna become a great soul, or a holy person, so to speak, who lives in harmony with God's flow, because you living in the ebb and flow of your own life. You have your own experience, and you realize you have your own biorhythm and flow in life, which equals the God flow within yourself. All right, we all have our own unique purpose and mission that we have to fulfill. So with that being said, there's no book or blueprint available to help you. Each person's purpose and path is unique for them. So what does that mean? Follow the advice and guidance of your intuition. And I've been saying that from the jump. Follow your own inner voice, your own energy. It's gonna test you out to see if you true to who you came here to be. All right, so do your true will with love and expand your awareness. Now this is what's going to happen, is going to lead you up Jacob's ladder, so to speak. We've been climbing that for quite some time to the crown center, and we call this the heavens doorway. All right, so as you get ready to as we get ready to close things out, your path will lead you to amazing states of consciousness, right? So as you start reading these books, testing things out, see what works, see what doesn't work for you, something's gonna piss you off or frustrate you a little bit, okay? But it's there to make you better and stronger, and you'll realize, like, man, I'll never do that again. Oh, maybe I should have did it this way, and I could have bypassed all these different hiccups, and you'll get to start seeing things from different perspectives. So keep going, right? So as we close things out, it's time to align your energies with your guardian angel, your higher self, the God or goddess within you, and be open to the help and love that you need, power and protection. The universe is going to line you up the right people to support your growth. Are you intending to lift yourself up to a higher vibration so you can tap into your own divine purpose and mission, or you just want to wing it? All right, so the universe wants you to grow, wants you to win. I'm here to remind you of your greatness. You got this. All right, so with that being said, it's all about leaving no stone unturned. Invest in your mental health by getting these books and testing things out for yourself. Okay, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. This concludes this presentation series. We're merging with your guardian angel, your higher self, going through these 7 centers of integration, not alteration, but integration. These are spiritual, unique spiritual experience for each person. Each person gonna have their own unique spiritual experiences, and I just want to share mine with you, and the different feelings that I had growing through these different levels, and how you can use the information to apply it in your life. Okay, so with that being said, we will be back with another presentation soon. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna talk about, but we're gonna be back, and I may share some some things, just tapping into my own creativity, dealing with my own muse, communicating with my muse or my intuition through music. Okay, so with that being said, love yourself, protect yourself, continue to leave no stone unturned, do your own research. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.